There is nothing more important to me than family.
They're always teaching me, always sharing their wisdom. My father spent 2 decades in law enforcement and taught me the importance of trust and treating your community like family. That's why our heroes and our first responders hold a special place in my heart. They're part of what I call my extended family here in Tampa Bay, made up of the different groups that I'm involved with. These groups are doing such important work in our community, and I love telling their stories on Spectrum Bay News 9.
Florida has been my home for more than 40 years. I care about this community and I want all voices heard. In our new podcast, To the Point Already, Roy DeJesus and I sit down with the people creating change in Tampa Bay, going behind the headlines to reveal a side of our guests you don't always see, digging deeper into the issues that impact our community, our home, and always getting to the point.
To the Point Already. Available now on the Spectrum News app.
Your morning news is presented by your Southern Chevy dealers, giving you a great deal on your next Chevy.
Now on Spectrum Bay News 9, search and rescue efforts continue today in Surfside. First responders from right here in Tampa Bay and beyond coming to help in the wake of that deadly condo collapse. What you can do for these families. Plus, the Biden administration laid out its plan to fight violent crime. We are breaking down the numbers here in the Sunshine State to see what's changed over the last year. And are you ready to be the Thunder? Tampa Bay will be cheering on the Lightning in Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final tonight. Go Bolts! A look at the competition. Your morning news starts right now. It is 4:59 on this early Monday. I'm Erica Riggins. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's first get you out the door with a live look at your forecast. Warm out there, but it is dry, a change compared to what we've been seeing. Julie, good morning.
Hi, Erica. You'll be able to get some things done this morning. Had to work without any slowdowns because of any heavy rain, at least not yet. Our temperature right now in Brandon at 75 degrees. Clearwater, good morning. It's a warm 79. Inverness is checking in with 72. We will be mostly to partly sunny with an east wind right around 10 miles per hour through noon, 88 degrees at that time. Look at our high today, 93. A sea breeze will form, leading to scattered showers and thunderstorms. It will be mainly after 2 o'clock. So at 4 o'clock, there could be some heavy downpours. Same thing in the evening. Any storms will tend to move westward out into the Gulf early tonight. I'll be back at 5:09. We'll have more for you on our forecast and those storms that will happen later in the day. Chuck Henson's here with a check of traffic starting in Manatee.
Yeah, early morning crash this morning coming out of Ellington, northbound on I-75, past US 301, about a mile or so past US 301. I was able to capture a little of it on this real-time traffic cam powered by the DOT. As far as the delay through there is concerned, well, it's very minimal. Right now, just a minor slowdown. If you stay to the right, you should be able to get by that without much of a problem. Erica.
All right, Chuck, thank you. It is now 5:01 on this early Monday, and we have continuing coverage on the condo collapse in Surfside. Right now, there's still more than 150 people unaccounted for and 9 confirmed deaths. Today, more rescue teams are headed to South Florida to help search for survivors. And this includes a top rescue team from Mexico with experience in saving earthquake victims. The help, much appreciated. Families are thankful as they hold out hope. Our Rebecca Turco has the latest on rescue operations. And of course, help is on the way from here in Tampa Bay. More than 75 first responders from our area are in Surfside right now. They're helping with search and rescue efforts. Tampa, Hillsborough, and St. Petersburg Fire Rescue crews are part of Task Force 3. There they've taken generators, search dogs, and everything they need for their 7-day deployment. They are self-sufficient while they are there helping. The team works for 12 hours at a time. Officials say their deployment can last longer if necessary. And to prevent further tragedies like this collapse, the city of Sunny Isle Beach will start reviewing its building codes today. It's about 5 miles from the Champlain Towers. The city of Miami is also calling for inspections for all buildings that are more than 6 stories tall and more than 40 years old. A letter from the city urges building owners to have a qualified engineer provide status reports on every structure within that category. If visible signs of structural damage or distress are identified, the city of Miami wants to have the report within 45 days. A new overnight, a man has been killed in a shooting in St. Petersburg. Police say it happened at 13th Avenue South and 13th Street South around 11:30 last night. They say a few people were outside talking when someone fired at them from behind a house across the street. 2 people were shot. The 28-year-old man who died, a 25-year-old woman, is expected to recover. Now, no suspects are in custody. If you know anything about what happened, please get in touch with the St. Petersburg Police Department. President Biden wants to address the rise in crime and gun violence across the country. So we're taking a look at crime statistics in our state this morning. The Florida Department of Law Enforcement released its annual crime report. So let's get straight to Spectrum Bay News 9's Angie Andrews. She's live at the St. Petersburg Police Department. So Angie, good morning. What is the crime rate looking like here in the state of Florida?
Yeah, hey Erica, I want to talk about some new statistics that were just released from the state. Now, they show that crime as a whole statewide, it was down last year, but those particularly violent crimes, those were up. So for example, robberies and burglaries both down about 17% in 2020. And when you think about it, that does make sense. I mean, we're talking about a year where just so many people worked from home and spent a lot of time at home. But those violent crimes, those more serious crimes.
All right, Angie, thank you. 5:07 this morning. Sometimes lightning does strike twice. Tonight, the Tampa Bay Lightning play the Montreal Canadiens in Game 1 of the Stanley Cup final at Amalie Arena. The Bolts looking to score back-to-back Stanley Cup wins. Spectrum Bay News 9's Mike Cairns gets us ready for tonight's big matchup.
Hell, the Tampa Bay Lightning are just 4 wins away from back-to-back Cup titles. It all begins at home tonight against the unlikeliest of all opponents, Montreal Canadiens.
Let's go Bolts, right, Julie? A lot of people will be heading down to Amalie Arena and to other watch parties today.
Absolutely. Downtown certainly is expected to be very loud during the evening hours. Erica, good morning. If you have tickets for the Thunder Alley watch party outside of Amalie, we do have to watch for thunderstorms. It's pretty typical, and we've been talking about this all throughout the playoff run. 84 degrees around 8 o'clock tonight, and we will be watching that with Klystron 9 for you. This morning it is quiet. It is 78 degrees in Tampa. Lake Wales is down to 73 degrees, and Spring Hill, good morning, at 74. Before you get any rain, though, 93 degrees, so it will be hot with partly sunny skies. Tonight, any scattered evening storms will move west into the Gulf with a low temperature around 77. This weekend, of course, we are looking ahead to 4th of July. And through the weekend, I think we'll have a little bit of a change in the pattern. The rain chance will start earlier in the day. I'll have more on this coming up at 5:19 in our 7-day forecast. Chuck Hunson's here with an update in Manatee County.
Yeah, I just looked at the new updated thumbnail for this image off of Florida 511. This is a crash in Manatee County. Traffic brought to you by your Suncoast Hyundai dealers. Still there blocking the left lane. It is northbound on I-75 past US 301. So coming out of Ellington, headed up toward Palmetto. And you can see that minor traffic delay. If you just stay to the left, you'll be okay through there. New for drivers in Spring Hill, Hernando County. This is for you. Reported as a non-injury crash. It doesn't look like there's any traffic delay there just yet. Let me move this around. Yeah, everything appears to be clear at Spring Hill Drive, just a little bit to the east of Deltona Boulevard.
From the moment you wake up, we're here for you, sharing your stories, forecasting your day, keeping you connected and informed. The Spectrum News app, available on the App Store and Google Play.
Mornings can be unpredictable, and you don't have time to waste. Rely on your morning news on Spectrum Bay News 9 to get you caught up and prepare you as you head out the door. From the morning headlines,
new this morning, community leaders
to what's happening on your commute.
Now, let's take a look at the Howard Franklin.
And your forecast. Next on Klystron 9 is every 10 minutes. We'll give you the information you need. Stand by. And we're not going to waste your time.
Your morning news, weekdays 5 to 9 on Spectrum Bay News 9, exclusively on Spectrum.
I think Klystron 9 has proven itself to all of our viewers over the years. Everybody's been in a storm. Everybody's dependent on it.
A radar-indicated tornado here on Klystron 9.
Klystron 9 scanning 300 miles around Tampa Bay in all directions and updating every 30 seconds. And that is so important when we have fast-moving storms. That's our commitment to you. Only place you can get that live on Spectrum Bay News 9.
I'm Rick Elmhorst. Join me Wednesdays for To the Point Already. It's a new weekly Spectrum Bay News 9 podcast about the issues that impact Tampa Bay. Available now on the Spectrum News app.
Here are your winning lottery numbers.
The month of June is PTSD Awareness Month, but post-traumatic stress disorder is a condition that many veterans and many civilians live with every single day, and finding ways to cope with it isn't easy. It's tough. Our Ashley Claster introduces us to a Florida veteran who says a journey to Texas saved his life. Up next in our health headlines, new CDC data showing more and more people are missing their second vaccine dose. Plus, cases of type 2 diabetes in kids seeing a surge during the pandemic. What health experts have to say about the concerning trend. Stay with us.
It is 5:18. Traffic brought to you by your Suncoast Hyundai dealers. Good morning. I'm Chuck Henson in the Real-Time Traffic Center. What a great shot of downtown Tampa, I-275, as it runs through downtown.
Hi, I'm meteorologist Julie Marquez. Temperatures will be in the low 90s for most of us today. We will have scattered afternoon and evening thunderstorms to watch. The rain chance will be higher beginning tomorrow, with more numerous showers and storms for Tuesday and Wednesday. Winds will shift later in the week, and that means Friday through the weekend, we will have an earlier start to the rain. But today, if you want to do any outdoor activities, you might want to do them early in the day. Not only will it not be as hot, but there will not be a rain chance until the afternoon. So this morning, we have an east wind at 10 miles per hour. Temperature reaching the upper 80s by 11 o'clock this morning, but we will have sunshine. 3 o'clock, we're watching those scattered thunderstorms along a sea breeze. We're climbing to 93 degrees at 3 this afternoon. Brandon and Ruskin at 93 today, with Hillsborough County getting a chance of scattered thunderstorms through the afternoon. So for boaters today, the easterly wind 5 to 15 knots, then a sea breeze. Seas are 2 to 3 feet with a light to moderate chop on the waters. There's a high tide at 4:45. That's at Bayport. And for Tampa Bay on the Sun Coast, we have a high tide at 4:38. Again, with that east wind flow, the first part of the day looks okay. It's a bit breezy, but once that sea breeze forms, we're going to have a couple of isolated thunderstorms develop. They'll become scattered later in the day. Today's rain chance is 40%. But look at tomorrow. It's a 70% chance of rain, 60% chance for Wednesday and Thursday. Decent rain chances through Thursday. Then later in the week, we will see an onshore wind develop. So we expect an early start to the rain, which could mean some morning showers or a storm Saturday and on the 4th of July on Sunday. Of course, we'll keep you updated. This is the pollen forecast. It's brought to you by Famous Tate Appliance and Bedding Centers with a low to moderate count. A 4.5 today, then a 4.9 Tuesday, Wednesday. Here's Clyster on 9.
Be sure to download the Spectrum News app. Over 1 million of you across the country already have. Get your local news, weather and traffic wherever you are. And we're constantly upgrading and adding new content. Watch Bay News 9 whenever you want with live streaming. Go to SpectrumNewsApp.com to download it to your iPhone or Android device. Welcome back to Spectrum Bay News 9.
Start and end your day with the Spectrum News morning and evening briefings. Everything you need to stay informed throughout your day from your team at Bay News 9. Providing you with the most important local and national stories and your daily weather planners. Delivered to you every weekday morning and evening. Just turn on notifications in the Spectrum News app. Spectrum News, your community connection. Available on the App Store and Google Play.
When you grow up in this warm climate, in this beautiful area, I don't think you realize how amazing it is. A great part of my job is talking to the kids. You can talk to them about weather and they'll go, really? Well, how does this work? And they're very inquisitive. I'm part of the community with you. I think about that when I'm giving my evening weathercasts and I show all the weather pictures from around the areas. I like that because that's interaction with the people that are watching me, and I feel like I'm getting to know them.
Your morning news is presented by your Southern Chevy dealers, giving you a great deal on your next Chevy.
Welcome back to your morning news. It is 5:29. I'm Erica Riggins. Thank you for staying around with us. Let's get you a live check of your forecast. It's warm out there, but dry, and that's one thing to note. Julie, good morning.
Hi, Erica. Good morning. Yes, for our Monday morning drive, I'm expecting dry weather. During the evening, yes, there will be some scattered storms around. Tampa's checking in with 78 degrees, so is Lakewood Ranch. St. Petersburg's a warm 79, and Brooksville's now 74 degrees. With an east wind, we will have a sea breeze form, but we are not expecting any rain chances until the afternoon, and that means the morning hours will be quiet, but it also means we're going to be a little hotter in some spots. Brandon at 93 degrees today, and Inverness 92. At the beaches, the east wind is 5 to 15 miles per hour this morning. As the sea breeze forms, there's a small chance of a shower or storm early in the afternoon, a better chance of some scattered thunderstorms later today. I'll be back at 5:39. We'll have an update from Klystra 9. Chuck Henson's here with an update on what's happening in Manatee County.
Yeah, a little tough to clear this crash in Ellington. This is northbound I-75 at the US 301 entrance ramp. Those vehicles there are coming on the roadway. The bulk of the northbound lanes are here. So the crash appears now to be off to the right. There's a minor traffic delay associated with that. And I want to share this with you, too. This is Polk County. Now, we normally talk about this stretch of I-4 at 559 as a construction zone. It looks as though there's a crash there just based on the activity level that I see here. That's the westbound side of the roadway at State Road 559 in Polk City. Erica.
All right, Chuck, thank you. We are at 5:31 on this Monday. Let's take a look at the top stories we are tracking for you this hour. Search and rescue efforts intensifying in South Florida. There's still more than 150 people unaccounted for and 9 confirmed deaths in the Surfside condo collapse. Today, more rescue teams are headed to the scene to help search for survivors. This includes a top rescue team from Mexico with extensive experience in saving earthquake victims. The Florida Department of Law Enforcement just released its annual crime report, and numbers show last year crime as a whole was down statewide, but there was an increase in violent crime. Murders were up 15% from 2019, and of those, more than 1,000 crimes were committed with a gun, another big spike. It is the Canadiens and the Lightning tonight out at Amalie Arena. Thousands of people will be in the Channelside area. Our Bolts now only 4 games away from back-to-back Stanley Cup titles. The puck drops tonight at 8 o'clock, so be sure to stick around with us for our post-game coverage. Right now, the housing market is competitive, and it is a seller's market. That means there are many people interested in buying homes, but the real estate inventory is low, and this puts sellers at an advantage. Spectrum Bay News 9's Fallon Silcox is joining us live from Tampa at 5:32 this morning. Fallon, good morning. It is a great time for all of our locals looking to sell their homes right now.
Yeah, that's right, Erica. The key there is those looking to sell their home. Realtors we spoke with say they have never seen the market like this, and right now it is not uncommon to get 20 or 30 offers even for one home.
All right, Fallon, thank you. Gas prices at the pump are still high. The national average has bumped up 3 cents in the last week for a gallon of regular unleaded, and up to $3.10. Here in the Sunshine State, prices are the same as about a week ago, $2.94 a gallon. But residents in Hernando County, Pasco County, and Hillsborough seeing some of the lowest prices statewide. The average about $2.89 a gallon. And right now at 5:35, your traffic inbox. A Polk County viewer has questions and concerns about proposed changes to US 98 in Lakeland. Let's bring in our real-time traffic expert, Chuck Henson. Chuck, you were able to get some answers from that viewer.
Well, how many times have any of us heard this when dealing with, hey, I heard they're going to do this. So a neighbor told me they're going to do that. Well, when it comes to US 98, north of Lakeland, the folks in the Cypress Lakes community, they want some answers, not rumor, as to what's going to happen outside their doorstep. Traffic is brought to you by your Suncoast Hyundai dealers. It's a nice start for a Monday morning. You don't see anything but green on our traffic map. I do want to roll this out into Polk County because the last time we spoke, I was mentioning a new crash around State Road 44, or rather State Road 559. And this would be that section of roadway coming into the Polk Parkway through State Road 559. This real-time traffic cam powered by the DOT showing that appears now to be cleared. The last time I showed you this, there was a vehicle off to the right. We could also see the blue flashing lights of the Florida Highway Patrol. So I don't think it's going to be very long before you get that delay cleaned up and out of your way. Traffic brought to you by your Suncoast Hyundai dealers as we say good morning to meteorologist Julie Marquez in the Spectrum Bay News 9 Weather Center with some pretty warm temperatures to start the day.
Yes, we're in the 70s right now, Chuck. Close to 80 degrees for Pinellas County this morning with 79 in Clearwater and St. Petersburg. Haines City, good morning at 76 degrees, but Zephyrhills has managed to drop to 72. I'll be back at 5:49. We'll talk about our 7-day forecast with some higher rain chances and have a check of the tropics. Here's Clystra on 9.
You're watching Tampa Bay's only 24-hour news station, Spectrum Bay News 9. News, weather, now. Exclusively on Spectrum. Sundays. Take an in-depth look at your community. In Focus with Allison Walker, where decision makers come together and examine issues that impact Floridians.
The travel and tourism industry is so very important to the state of Florida.
It's a solutions-based conversation.
I think we're making progress in the right direction.
Your community, your state, your show. In Focus with Allison Walker, Sundays at 11:30 on Spectrum Bay News 9, exclusively on Spectrum.
French authorities are trying to track down a fan who caused a crash inside the Tour de France. You probably saw this clip over the weekend. It shows a cyclist crashing into a cardboard sign held up by a fan on the sidelines. Now, this crash resulted in a pileup of cyclists and injuries. According to law enforcement, the woman holding the sign left before investigators arrived. They're asking any witnesses to please come forward. Former Tour de France winner Bradley Wiggins told Eurosport it was horrible and infuriating to watch, but that it also is nothing new.
I'm Mike Cairns, and this is your Sports Minute, brought to you by personal injury attorneys at Farah & Farah.
Right now, we want to give you a look at what's happening county by county on this Monday. An upcoming road closure in Hillsborough County. So starting tomorrow, a partial closure of South Manhattan Avenue between West Inner Bay Boulevard and Iowa Avenue. That work is expected to run through Thursday. And now turning our attention to Citrus County, there's a virtual gardening seminar coming up this summer. You'll join experts from the University of Florida Extension for a talk on growing cold season vegetables. Pre-registration is required before the seminar. It starts at 1 p.m. on July 26th. We'll have a link for you to register on our website. And do you still need 4th of July plans? Well, Lake Wales in Polk County is set to light up the sky. In addition to the spectacular fireworks, you'll find tons of great food, fun for the whole family at the Lake Wales Independence Day celebration. But that main event will start at 9 p.m. You can expect a 20-minute explosive display of fireworks. You'll love it. And that wraps up our county by county report. Remember, we can always give you more news from your community, news from where you live and work. Go to our website. It's baynews9.com.
It is 5:47. Traffic brought to you by your Suncoast Hyundai dealers. Good morning. I'm Chuck Henson in the Real-Time Traffic Center. How cool is that? That's the view right now with drivers on the Sunshine Skyway Bridge with the pier still all lit up to celebrate Pride Month in Tampa Bay and across the country. So there are no traffic delays across that bridge. All the other bridges look great as well.
Hi, I'm Meteorologist Julie Marquez. We have a new feature on our Spectrum News app, and it's going to come in handy during our summer months. There is a way for you to receive weather notifications, help you plan for what's ahead, such as severe thunderstorm warnings or lightning alerts. I know I had a couple on my cell phone over the weekend. Just head to settings, turn on weather notifications for the alerts that matter most to you. So our rain coverage today is 40%. But the rain coverage goes up to 70% tomorrow, and it stays at least 60% for Wednesday and Thursday. Later in the week and for the holiday weekend, we're going to have a change in the wind pattern. We'll have more of an onshore wind develop, which will lead to an earlier start to the rain as scattered storms may develop in the morning. Now, Clystra 9.
Take Clystron 9 with you on the go. Download our all-new Spectrum News app. You'll get access to our live interactive Clystron 9 radar. You can even customize Clystron 9 to view storm tracks, wind speed, road conditions, and much more. Download the free Spectrum News app now in the App Store or on Google Play. Welcome back. Today's everyday heroes have dedicated their lives to helping heroes. Our Bill Murphy shows us how this duo brings man's best friend to our veterans in need. We want to hear from you. Nominate our next everyday hero. Fill out the submission form on baynews9.com/everydayhero.
Here's a look at what's happening in our community. Brought to you by Brandon Ford, the largest volume Ford dealer in the world.